Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Paste Studio. Today we are live from the Manhattan Center with Aaron Watson. Hi.
Hi.
Thank you for being here. We're excited to hear some new songs. Aaron has a new record out called Vaquero, which is out now. Tell us about the first song you're going to play.
Well, it was our first single off Vaquero, and Vaquero was our 13th album. A lot of people think we're new. We're not new. We're just slow. But this next song was our first top 10 nationwide, which was a huge moment for us. I'm an independent artist. I have my own label. I have a great group of guys with me from the band to the guys on the record side of things. And so this song's called Outta Style. It was one of the last songs I recorded on the Vaquero album. I got the idea for it when I was at dinner with my wife. And I think she was saying something like, "Oh, well, I don't look the same as I did back then, blah, blah, blah. I've had all these kids." Kind of was, I was like, "Girl," I was like, "You still got it?" I was like, "Girl, you never going out of style." And then I started thinking about some of the things that we were talking about. And literally that night, I pretty much wrote this song. And, 20 years into my career, it'll be 20 years this spring when I started my very first album. So, it took me 20 years to get my first top 10, but it's just been such a blessing. It's been the sweetest moments this last year, having a top 10 and just being able to share my music with a new fan base. It's been so fun. So this is kind of the story of my marriage, my wife and I's relationship, and kind of my musical journey tied in throughout. So it's called Outta Style. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. If a melody is like a memory, you're a long, hot summer night symphony, blaring on the speakers of my Monte Carlo down FM 109 on my FM radio. We could take it slow, put it on cruise control. It's been a while. We're never going out of style. I was thinking, wow, the sun is sinking low. We could go all night, never going out of style in my Chevy, parking at the levee, getting hot and heavy after all this time. Trends will come and go, the winds and chains will blow. The way we love is never going out of style, singing rebel, rebel at the top of our lungs. Out of town when it's down, playing those dashboard drums. Everybody said you never make it too far with some poor boy playing on some pawn shop guitar. My crazy dreams were busting at the seams, just like these old boots and jeans. We're never going out of style. I was thinking, wow, the sun is sinking low. We could go all night, never going out of style in my Chevy, parking at the levee, getting hot and heavy after all this time. The trends will come and go, the winds and chains will blow. The way we love is never going out of style. We're never going out of style. I'll pop my collar, do my best James Dean. We'll hit the road like a Steve McQueen movie scene. Show me your $1 million Maryland smile, and I'll show you a love, love, a love that's never going out of style. I was thinking, wow, the sun is sinking low. We could go all night, never going out of style in my Chevy, parking at the levee, getting hot and heavy after all this time. Trends will come and go, the winds and chains will blow. The way we love is never going out of style. Girl, we could take it slow, put it on cruise control. The way we love is never going out of style. I was thinking, Style. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. So you mentioned that Vaquero is your 13th record.
Yes.
And so you've had a very long career as an independent artist and have produced a lot of great material. So tell us about the inspiration for this new record and how you kind of keep it going after all these years of making music.
Well, you know, the record prior to Vaquero was called The Underdog, and it did a lot of good things for us. It was The Underdog was the first independent album in the history of country music to chart #1 on Country Billboard. And a lot of people after that album came out, they were kind of questioning like what direction will we go? Will we sign a major deal? Will we maybe go a little bit more mainstream? And for me, it was important to let people know that like, no, this is just who we are. This is our brand of music. This is just us doing what we do. And so, you know, we named the album Vaquero because that means cowboy in Spanish. And the Vaquero was really the original cowboy. So we just kind of wanted everybody to know that we're sticking to our roots. You know, on the cover there's a painting of a Texas flag behind me, and you know, it's just it's been really fun for us. You know, I'm unapologetically Texan. I mean, that's home. That's where I was born and raised. It's where my mom and daddy live and my wife and kids. I mean, it's just home. But it's been such a wonderful opportunity to be able to share our brand of music with folks around the world. I think in the last 3 years, they said we've played nearly 40 states and 10 countries. So it's just been fun, you know. And I think that music, although we like to try to shove it in a genre, I really think that music's really like a universal language. So it's been fun for us to be able to go do our thing, you know, elsewhere, you know, overseas, you know, here in New York, you know, and so it's been such a blessing to get to do what we love, you know, and what keeps me going is the fans, you know, when people let me know, like last night, we played in Maine, and I had a guy come up to me, tell me he's been having a hard time, and that my music's helped kind of push him through a tough spot in his life. And I was like, man, that's what it's all about, you know? That's what it's all about. And that's what keeps me going. And of course, you know, I mean, the real side of it is at the end of the day, I'm a dad and a husband, and this is what I do for a living. I mean, you know, people are always like, man, like, what keeps you going, man? Like, I know it's got to be rough. And I'm like, oh, you know what keeps me going is thinking about my mom and my dad working hard when I was growing up. I'm sure they were tired too.
Totally.
They just kept working hard for me.
And I'm sure doing it your way kind of keeps that moving in ways that, you know, are inspiring and are genuine to you.
Yeah, I love it. Like, you know, it's like, as much as I like being on the road, I can't wait to get back home because I'm home. When I'm home, that's where I'm happy. I'm surrounded by, you know, my wife, Kimberly, and my kids, Jake, Jack, and Jolie Kate. And the other thing is when they go to school, you know, I plug in my guitar and I write songs, and it's about the music, you know, and I think really one reason why we've had so much success with our last 3 albums is that instead of chasing after hits, we started chasing after heart, you know, and just being real. Not that we weren't real beforehand, but I just think I'm finally, I'm coming into my own. I'm maturing.
Nice.
My wife would say I'm not mature. I'm not meaning that like I'm mature as a dude. I'm immature as a dude.
Through
like,
growing.
Yeah. But I'm like maturing as a songwriter.
Perfect.
So, because if she's watching this right now, which I think she is, if she heard me say that I'm mature, she'd be like, no, he's not mature. But It's just one of those things. We love it. We love what we're doing. I mean, it's like we're making music. I mean, that in itself, we're so fortunate and blessed. So we want the fans to know that we love them. We couldn't do it without them. So
cool.
It's fun.
So tell us about the next song.
The next song, we're gonna play y'all a cowboy song because I feel like you need that.
Totally. We don't get that enough in New York.
You need a cowboy song. And this is a special song to me personally. This was the first song I wrote after my wife and I lost our little girl, Julia Grace. We lost Julia 6 years ago. And after we lost her, I struggled getting on stage. It just seemed silly. I was heartbroken, homesick. And I had to keep reminding myself that, God's blessed me with these 3 healthy babies. Daddy's got to work. They depend on me. And that helped me put one foot in front of the other. But I had a hard time with it, for a while. I mean, and even now it still gets me, She would have been in kindergarten this year. And I think about that every day. I drop my kids off at school. All 3 of them get out. And I think, there could have been a 4th. She would be in kindergarten. But, that's real life. And it's like, as much as I want to say, woe is me, there's so many people out there that know the same heartache. I mean, we've all lost loved ones. So I've been able to share my story. And, every night I tell the same thing I'm telling y'all now, that, I know heartache. And, I tell people after the show, if they want to talk to me about it, I'll be hanging out at the merch booth. But really, I wrote this song. This was the first song I wrote after we lost Julia. And I wrote this song for a legendary bull rider's mother. Lane Frost was a world champion bull rider. He died about 28 years ago. And they made the movie 8 Seconds, which had Luke Perry in it, about him in the 90s. But Lane's mom said something that got me just refocused on the bigger picture. And she said that Lane's greatest achievement wasn't the fact that he was a world champion bull rider. She said his greatest achievement in his life was when he asked Jesus to be his Lord and Savior. And when I heard his mom just speak her faith, I just felt that burden lifted off of my heart. And it's hard to explain, but that's faith. And so I just wanted to write Lane's mom a song. And this song was never a big hit on radio or anything, but it's meant a lot to a lot of people. And I mean, that as a songwriter, I think that's the greatest compliment, So we're going to sing you this song, little rodeo cowboy gospel tune. It's called July in Cheyenne. Here we go. 2, 3. In the rain, in the mud, in July in Cheyenne, they had to carry away that brave young man. A little part of every heart of every rodeo fan died there in the rain, in the mud, in July in Cheyenne. Now looking back, it doesn't seem so long ago. He was bigger than life, God rest his soul. And why he died that day is hard to understand. Right there in the rain, in the mud, in July in Cheyenne. Tip your hat to the cowboy every once in a while. It takes time to remember that cowboy's smile. A little part of every heart of every rodeo fan died there in the rain, in the mud, in July in Cheyenne. Gold buckles on a shelf, collecting dust. Still his memory shines inside of all of us. Some miss their hero, some miss their friend. His mom and daddy long to see their rain, in the mud, and July in Cheyenne. They had to carry away that brave young man. But if you're washed in the blood, someday you'll see him again. But it won't be in the rain, in the mud, and July and Cheyenne. Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you.
So I wanted to bring up a song on the record called Clear Isabel.
Yes.
A really great song and something about a really heated political topic.
Yes.
That you deeply humanize and kind of offer your unique perspective on, because a lot of people are talking about it everywhere, but
Yeah.
you're from Texas, so
Yes.
this is very real to you. So I was wondering if you could talk about why you thought it was important to write that song and what inspired that story.
Well, yeah, I mean, definitely I see what's on the news, and without a doubt, the news only always puts half the story. And I'm not much into politics. I'm always about, usually I say, when people ask me a political question, I say, I'd rather discuss Jesus or baseball. But the thing about it is it's about, we're talking about other human beings, and they have lives, and they're important. But at the same time, along the border, there are issues, and you just can't have people filtering drugs into the streets of America. I mean, there are a lot of issues, and people like to pick out little things here and there, you know? And the thing that usually annoys me with whatever side somebody's on is the fact is that if you believe in this and you want to be respected, you have to look at the person over on this side, and you have to be respectful towards them. You know, it takes two to quarrel. And I think one reason why it's such a heated conversation is you have two sides that are both completely guilty of not working together to find the best resolution, the best way to solve a problem. I mean, my album's called Vaquero. You know, I'm from Texas. I have Hispanics in my family. But at the same time, there needs to be something in place so that we keep America safe. I mean, I hear of horror stories along the border where, I mean, death rate is higher along the border in some areas than it is over in the Middle East. And you don't hear about that kind of stuff. And really what I have to say about what's going along around the border and in Mexico, it's the same thing that I would say is what's going on here in America. Like, I don't even like getting on Twitter anymore. If I say something about anything, if people blow it so out of whack, they attack, they're harsh, they're mean. And that's the thing, is really what we need to do is we need a whole lot more compassion, mercy, forgiveness, love towards each other. I mean, so, you know, I'm not a politician. I know that I hear heartbreaking stories about things that are happening to people on the other side of the border, about people. I hear heartbreaking things that are happening over here in this part of the country. And I mean, I just wanted to write a song that basically was this story, this love story about the heartache that happens over there. You know, I mean, but if you look at if you read the whole, if you look at the whole story, it addresses both issues, from the problems with the drugs over there to the problems of the lack of respect that we have for humanity. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just, I mean, we need more Jesus. And you know what? Even that in itself, if I tweeted, we need more Jesus, there would be people who attacked me for saying we need more Jesus. And then if you looked at some of their other tweets, those who attacked me, probably 3 tweets earlier, they would be mad because somebody's not respecting them for what they believe in. So it's just this big, silly he said, she said game that this world is stuck in right now. And really, we just, you know, we need to think about what we say before we say it. I mean, we need to show each other love and kindness. I mean, look at this guy. Turn around, show him your ponytail. I'm not a big fan of ponytails. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like ponytails. But does that make me, do I hate you because you have a ponytail? Or do I love you?
You love me.
So if a guy that hates ponytails can love a guy that has ponytails, I want every viewer to just ponder on that.
I won't even say anything. Just
that not
take
amazing?
Just take it away whenever
Was that
you
not
want.
amazingly
I feel like that was a
stupid?
mic drop.
Yeah. I don't want to drop this because I would.
Yeah, don't.
This is a really expensive mic, so I don't want to drop it.
Just kick it over.
Kick it. That would be awesome.
So the next song you're gonna play, tell us about that.
Can we bring in a dummy mic that I could drop real fast and y'all could crop it? Or this is live? This is live.
It's too late now.
Too late now.
Something
Moment
to
is
drop.
past.
I just want to say to anybody out there that has ponytails, I just kidding. That was an analogy. Okay. Okay, what are we playing next? Oh, sorry. Oh, okay. Love song. Oh, yeah. So I wrote this song for my wife. And, you know, she's put up with me for a long time. And as you can see in this interview, I'm probably a lot to put up with. I mean, I think I'm funny and cute.
We think so too.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you. So, but she's put up with me for a long time. And loving a guy that makes music who's gone all the time, it's not so flashy, you know? And I mean, like she's at home right now. My little girl, Jolie Kate's sick. So my wife, you know, she puts her life on hold for me so that I can do what I love. And so I just wanted to write her like a sexy love song that like put her on a pedestal, you know. And I think a lot of girls can relate to this because it's like, you know, I mean, I wrote the second verse when we were in Hollywood, and it was like it was in the morning, and there were all these girls walking up and down the streets, and they looked like they were ready for the prom, except for they left half their outfit at home on accident, I think. And I was just thinking about like how glammed up they were, and I was like, that's not very real. You know, my wife just had called me and she was at home. You know, she was like, oh, I got the kids to school. I'm going to try to catch up on laundry and dishes today. And I guarantee you she was wearing those black sweats and one of my T-shirts. And that's real. But it's like I wanted to write that song that just let her know, like, girl, I don't care if you've had 4 babies. I don't care. You may not think you look exactly like you look when you're 18. I think you look better. And I wanted to write her that kind of sexy song. I wanted to kind of write the anti one night stand song. I mean, this is like, girl, you still got it after all these years kind of song. So, and, you know, it's been fun. I think that the sweetest thing is I was putting my little girl to bed one night. And obviously I love my 2 boys, so I haven't talked about them much. Jake and Jack, love them too, but Jolie is my favorite.
On the record.
Yeah, sorry. So I love my boys so much though, but that baby girl, she's gonna take care of me when she'll come see me when no one else will in the old folks home someday. I guarantee it. But I was putting her to bed one night and she said, Daddy, did you write Run Wild Horses for Mom? And I said, you know it. And she said, well, what's it about? And I was like, ew. I said, you know what? I said, that song is about how much I like kissing on your mama. So we'll play it for you now. So this is our brand new single. We just released it to country radio. And let me introduce the guys. This is Damien.
Yeah, Damien.
Sterling. John Dan. So we left the rest of the guys on the bus because we're the kind of the.
This is where the magic happens, really.
We're kind of this is the talent, right?
That's right.
That's right. And the other guys like sleeping in, so here we go. Are you ready? You ready for me to play? It's called Run Wild Horses. Here we go. Somewhere on a nowhere road, I hear you whisper this. Slow that Mustang down, come on and steal my kiss. Girl, I got you in my arms, you're coming all undone. No fences in your heart. Run, wild horses, run free as the wind. My passion on your skin, your lips on mine. Run, wild horses, run out of control. Deep down in your soul, we become one. Run, wild horses, run. Out there on that Sunset Strip, those stars come out at night, but they don't shine like you. You got your own spotlight, girl, I wanna take you home. Wanna get you all alone, unleash this love of mine. Run, wild horses, run free as the wind. My passion on your skin, your lips on mine. Run, wild horses, run out of control. Deep down in your soul, we become one. Run, wild horses, run. Run, wild horses, run. So let's break these chains and go down like the setting sun. No, love don't need these reins. No, we can't be bound, can't tie us down. Run, wild horses, run free as the wind. My passion on your skin, your lips on mine. Run, wild horses, run out of control. Deep down in your soul, we become one. Run, wild horses, run free as the wind. My passion on your skin, your lips on mine. Run, wild horses, run out of control. Deep down in your soul, we become one. Run, wild horses, run. Run, wild horses, run. Run, wild horses, run. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Well, we covered Jesus. We covered ponytails. We
The
covered
border.
it all.
Do we need to talk about New York Yankees baseball?
If you so choose.
I don't really want to.
I know nothing about
Remember,
that.
I like the Astros and the Rangers, but what do you? Okay, I have a question for you.
Sure.
Yankees or the Mets?
Well, I'm from Queens, so Mets.
Okay,
But also, I don't know. I don't care.
okay.
I've
That's-
never seen a baseball game in my life.
I like your honesty. I like your honesty. It's better when I first met my wife and I was talking to her about baseball. All she had for me is that she thought Derek Jeter was really cute, and I was like, I don't know if this relationship's gonna work out.
And look at you guys now.
Yeah, look at us now. So thank y'all so much for having us.
Thank you.
And these two guys behind the scenes,
Yeah.
absolutely phenomenal.
Cool. So I just want to
Phenomenal.
let everyone know that Vaquero is out now. And Aaron Watson and everyone, thank you so much for being here.
Thank y'all for having us. God bless.